All right, today we're diving into a huge shift happening in the business world, pulling insights directly from the latest McKinsey Quarterly. We are talking about an era where AI isn't just some tool we use anymore, it's actually becoming a core member of the team.
But here's the thing, and it's a massive puzzle for pretty much every leader out there. Generative AI is suddenly everywhere, right? It's helping write our emails, build our presentations, even debug our code. And yet, when you look at the P&L statements, where's the impact? It's the question everyone is asking. With all this investment, where are the profits?
Well, this puzzle actually has a name, the Gen AI paradox. It's this really weird gap between how fast everyone's adopting this incredible technology and the fact that it's not really showing up on the bottom line for most businesses. So, what on earth is going on?
And this chart really tells the story. Before generative AI came along, for about 5 years, AI adoption in companies was kind of stuck, just hovering around that 50% mark. Then, Gen AI hits the scene and boom, adoption just skyrockets. So the tech is definitely spreading like wildfire.
Okay, so to crack this paradox, you have to look at the type of AI being used. Most of what we're seeing is horizontal. Tools like copilots and chatbots that are easy to roll out to everybody. And look, they do give real productivity boosts, but the catch is those little gains are spread so thinly across thousands of people that they just get lost. They don't move the needle for the company as a whole. The real high-impact stuff comes from vertical use cases, where you transform a core business process from top to bottom. But that's a lot harder to do.
So how do we get to that real game-changing value? Well, the answer and the solution to the paradox seems to be coming from this incredible new frontier, Agentic AI.
Agentic AI is a whole different beast. We're talking about autonomous systems here. These things don't just wait for you to type in a prompt. They can actually reason, they can create a plan with multiple steps, and then they can go and execute that plan. And the key phrase here is minimal human intervention. They basically work on their own.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. The AI assistants we have now, they're passive. They sit there and wait for us to tell them what to do, giving us a nice little 5 to 10% productivity bump. AI agents, though, are proactive. They're autonomous. They don't just do one task, they can run an entire workflow. We're talking about the potential to automate 60 to 80% of requests in some areas. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a totally different class of technology.
Let's make this concrete. Think about an AI agent running a supply chain. It's not just sitting there, it's constantly forecasting demand. It sees a risk, like a shipping delay at a port, and it dynamically reroutes everything on the fly. It even goes and negotiates directly with the supplier's computer systems to solve problems. Humans only get pulled in for the really big strategic decisions. That's an agent in action.
And hey, this isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. A major bank actually used teams of these AI agents to modernize hundreds of its old, clunky software systems. The result? They cut the time and effort it took by more than half. Now that is the kind of bottom-line impact that solves the paradox.
I love this quote from Paul Hudson, the CEO of Sanofi. He calls the agent the great leveler. What he means is that by using agents to figure out where to put resources, they can cut through all the internal politics and human biases that mess up those decisions. The agent doesn't care about pet projects, it just looks at the data and finds the best path forward.
Now, it's really important to zoom out for a second and realize this isn't all just happening in a tech bubble. This whole agentic shift is taking place while the entire world of business is getting way more complicated and unpredictable. The fact is, the era of nice, stable, predictable globalization that a lot of us built our careers on, it's over. We are now living and working in a fragmenting world, and that creates a completely different set of rules for business leaders.
I mean, just look at the pressures leaders are facing. You've got geopolitical chaos with trade slowing down and tariffs at historic highs. You have consumers who don't trust institutions anymore. And on top of it all, the pandemic basically fast-forwarded a decade of digital change in just 1 year, completely rewiring how we all live and shop. It's this messy, volatile environment that makes the speed and smarts of AI agents so valuable.
So, in this brand new world, how do you actually make this new technology work for you? It's going to take a lot more than just buying some new software. It means you have to fundamentally rewire your entire organization. And that, right there, is the heart of it. The biggest thing holding back the value of agentic AI isn't the technology itself. It's us. It's the organization. It's about changing how we work, how we lead, and how we structure our teams.
So this is basically the new playbook for any leader. You have to aim for total transformation, not just little wins. You have to stop doing isolated pilot projects and start redesigning whole workflows that connect different departments. And maybe most importantly, you have to build a new kind of human-agent hybrid model, where your people become experts at training, managing, and working alongside their new AI teammates.
And that CEO from Sanofi, Paul Hudson, he says it again. The real advantage isn't going to come from just dabbling or running a bunch of little experiments. It's going to come from having the guts to go all in and redesign how your company works from start to finish.
At the end of the day, all of this points toward building a brand new operating model for your company, one that's designed from the ground up for clarity, speed, skills, and commitment. That's the engine that's going to let you thrive, not just survive, in this volatile new world.
So let's bring it all home. When you put all these pieces together, one thing becomes crystal clear. We are entering a completely new chapter. Welcome to the Agentic Age.
This table really maps out the whole journey. We started with simple tools that just boost individual productivity. Then we moved to automating specific tasks and workflows. But the real magic, the real transformation happens in these next two phases, when agents are running entire functional workflows, and then finally, when they're managing these huge cross-functional systems that tie the whole company together and just accelerate everything.
So if you take away one thing, let it be this. Agentic AI isn't just another software update. It is a fundamental ground-up shift in how companies create value and how humans and AI are going to work together. The AI is officially joining the team.
Which leaves us with one final, and I think pretty critical question for you to take back to your team. Your company, yeah, it almost definitely has AI assistants. But the real question is it ready culturally, strategically, organizationally for AI agents?